Welcome to this demonstration showing how to install and configure FusionReactor, which is a Java server monitor, into a ColdFusion 10 instance that's running on Tomcat. So first of all, we need to download the installer from the website. You can go to the download page and select the appropriate installer for your environment. And I've done that here on this CentOS box, and now we're going to run the installer. So run the installer and follow the on-screen instructions to get FRAM, which is the FusionReactor Administration Manager, installed on the machine. Going to install it in the default location, follow all the defaults. I'm actually going to install this one as root. You wouldn't normally do that on a production system, but just for simplicity for this demonstration, I'm going to do so. You should normally pick the same user and group that your ColdFusion or Java instances are running under. So you may have a specific ColdFusion user, and if you do so, then you should choose that same user and group. So in the background, it's gone ahead and installed and created the FusionReactor Administration Manager. So this is my test server. I have a simple Fusebox 5 test application running on it. If we connect here, then we can see the FusionReactor Administration Manager. The first thing that we need to provide is a license key. So you are given that during the installation process, and during the download process, and I put it in the text file here, which I will apply to my server. We'll now go off and activate the license. We can go into the instance manager, and I know that my ColdFusion server is in the opt folder, so I'm just going to scan the opt folder for my ColdFusion instance, and here it is. So here we can install FusionReactor into my instance. I'm going to select all the defaults, let's put the password in, keep the same user and group, and click next. We then want to follow the on-screen instructions. So the first step is to stop the ColdFusion service. So we can choose to do that manually. We would go away and through our SSH session stop the server manually, or we can have the FusionReactor installer stop it for us. Now needs to be the installation stage, so we can click the automatic button and click install. We can click start to start up the ColdFusion instance again. The FusionReactor installation into that instance is now complete, and if we click close and we use the link provided here, we can see that we can log in and see FusionReactor. So if we go to the web metrics page, we can see that some load happening on the server, and we can see some DB requests happening. One of the additional things you may want to install into FusionReactor is the user experience monitoring. If you have a look at the moment, you'll see that there's no data there. And the reason for that is that we need to make a small change to our web application to enable capture of that data. So the first thing we're going to do is check that our endpoint filter is set to .cfn, which it should be by default, and then check that FusionReactor is available over the external web server. So this option here, make FusionReactor unavailable over the external server, would make it unavailable, and it changes to make it available. So we want to make sure that it is available, so this button should read make FusionReactor unavailable over the external server. If we come back and we'll open the user experience page, what we need to do is install the UEM script, the user experience management script, into our HTML. So on this server, our HTML is in this folder, which is just the Fusebox 5 demo application, the bookstore demo application, and inside the HTML layout file, we are going to add a small bit of JavaScript. So this is a script call here. You can get this from our documentation. I've just commented it out at the moment, but we'll uncomment it and save that file. And then if we go back to our FusionReactor user experience management page, then we should start seeing, because I have a load test script running, we should start seeing some data coming in. So we can see here that some of the page requests are starting to happen, and we're starting to see some data coming in. So we can see now that the screen is showing us information about how much time is being spent on the database, how much time is being spent on the network transfer, and how much time is actually being spent rendering the JavaScript and the DOM and the CSS that's on the page. So we can see a full round trip of what's happening on our server. So that's how to install and configure FusionReactor on a Linux box with Apache and ColdFusion 10. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you as a FusionReactor user soon.